This video was made possible by all the awesome folks out there that support me through Patreon and through donations. Thank you very, very much. And now, on with the video. Hello there, fellow captains. This is Connor, and welcome to Star Citizen. So, this is my first ever mission in Star Citizen, and oh boy, it was enjoyable. So, we've been hired by a company called Protolife to find a missing client of theirs. A client that goes by the name Isiah Witman. His last known, well, movements, it says there, were on a cave on Demir. Whatever you want to call it. So the first thing we need to do is jump into the old captain's chair, swing ourselves around into the old cockpit. Oh yeah, we need to contact the control station as well. The old control tower. They're the only ones that can allow us to leave. They are the gatekeepers in Star Citizen. And you can see there, the comlink is slightly obscured. Not sure why, but we got ourselves out of here. Now, the city I'm in is massive. Look at it. This game is gorgeous. Now, it does have its performance issues. There are some graphical glitches and bugs now and again. Quite a lot, actually, but nonetheless, it's beautiful. I mean, the scale of the cities, just in general, are absolutely bonkers. The game does have a very atmospheric feel to it, or what's the word? Immersive feel to it. You really do get immersed into the universe of Star Citizen. And that's a good thing. That's what I'm after mainly when I play games. But here I am, and my ship is the Origin 300i, which is kind of like basically a sports car in the form of a ship, or more like I'm not even sure, like a rich person's ship, I guess. So, Demar. Now, I thought Demar might have just been a location or a continent on Crusader. As you see, we've just exited FTL and arrived at Crusader, but Crusader is a gas giant by the looks of things. So, the marker is pointing to the right. Now, that means that our target is to the right, obviously, and our target is Demar. So, it would seem that Demar is a moon of Crusader. So, Mr. Witman, on the way here, as you can see, it's been edited down for your convenience because this took about an hour and 30 minutes total, down to one reason, but I'll get into that in a moment. But I've been trying to think, why was Mr. Witman here? I mean, it says cave there, go to Demar Cave, so I'm assuming maybe some sort of archaeological dig. Maybe he was looking for something, a mineral, some form of life. But no, it turns out not to be the case. And you'll see what I mean in a few minutes, but it turns out that this was a lot more cut and dry than I was expecting it to be. The ship looks beautiful. This game in general just looks beautiful. But here we are, we're on our approach, trying to enter the atmosphere of Demar. And the closer we get, the more beautiful it gets. There are a few graphical glitches or bugs around the place, but that was fixed whenever I knocked everything back up to very high. Doesn't really seem to matter whether the settings are on low or on high. It always does just seem to be, well, glitchy. But it is still an early days yet. Early days. It's been on the development table for quite a while though. So, the approach to Demar Cave was honestly quite beautiful. I mean, there was a sandstorm just beating the crap out of the ship, and just generally the place does not seem all that hospitable, but it is quite beautiful in that sort of Tatooine kind of way. So we land the ship, and I do have a couple of weapons with me. Now, the disappearance of Mr. Witman, I wasn't sure if it was down to maybe natural causes, an accident of some description, or maybe even bullets, lead, maybe even the pincer of a wild creature, I don't know. So all precautions were taken, and although I've never fired a single round in Star Citizen, I still took some firepower with me. Now here is the entrance to the site. It's quite well illuminated, so I don't need the flashlight just yet, but I will later on. Now you can see just outside at the entrance there is a lot of equipment here. A lot of heavy equipment. I'm assuming it's heavy, it looks heavy. So what were they doing here? No sign of any vehicles, any ships. And you can see the further in we get, the more equipment just pops up. water. I'm assuming foods in some of those containers. But they do look quite heavy. Some flammable material or liquid as well. But no sign of Mr. Witman or anyone else just yet. And then I started noticing these pink flares. And they seem to be guiding me to where I need to be. Sometimes. We'll get more into that in a moment. But I was walking and just running around this cave system for over an hour. And then I found Mr. Witman. Now he was in a position that I already checked previously. But apparently, through help from Reddit, this mission is bugged. Very bugged. So he can appear or disappear. Not just him, but, you know, the search and rescue NPCs are renamed or, you know, just buggy. But that's Star Citizen in its current state, and hopefully that will change. But here we are. We find Mr. Witman. Seems to have died from a nasty fall, or, who knows, maybe there are some nefarious deeds at play. But I very much doubt it. I didn't find anyone else in the cave system. I mean, there were bunks, signs of life in the form of beds, tents. Well, just you saw the equipment. But no, I think he might have just fallen down here and couldn't get out, which is what happened to me. It's very, very difficult to climb in Star Citizen. But there we go, guys. That is my first mission I've ever undertaken in Star Citizen. It was very enjoyable, and I'm very much looking forward to making more of these videos in the future. So, here we are, daylight. Beautiful daylight. And this was really, really, really welcome after over an hour of just wandering in the dark. And there's the Origin 300A again. So, we're going to head back in, have ourselves a little rest. Well, we're not really going to have a rest at all. We need to get back to civilization because I don't want to end up the same as Mr. Witman. I mean, but even at the start of this mission, you know, a life insurance company is looking for a fella. You're going to kind of assume he's dead. Up the ladder we go. Easy peasy. And you know what? These weapons weren't of any use. Let's stow them away there in our weapon racks, which were very nice. I didn't know about them until I had a little look at another video of somebody else's. They're very, very nice. But here we are. I thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to, well, that's it. Just hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you are enjoying whatever you're playing. And I would just like to thank all my current patrons, as well as those who support the channel. Thank you very much, guys. And of course, like always, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, and happy flying.